What do you see? This magazine is going to clear up some things that are probably confusing you terribly in your life right now. And let's delve right in. Remember the dress? Yeah, we're going to talk about that. How about that funny looking upside down picture? It's explained. And remember, life is not always as it appears to be. God sees every day clearly. He can clearly lead us all the way. What we do when God's plan interrupts the pattern of our life, well, let's talk about that. We often trust what we see, know, or feel, and of course that can be dangerous. Perspective changes everything. It adds a whole new way of seeing. And let's get God's perspective on things, right? The only one we can trust. Remember Caitlin McNeil, 21-year-old Scottish singer, and her friends couldn't agree about the color of a dress they saw on the internet. Some in their group saw the dress with blue and black horizontal stripes, while others saw the stripes as white and gold. To settle the matter, Caitlin posted a picture of the dress to her Tumblr blog, asking her readers, "What color is this dress?" Instead of settling one question, a firestorm of debate erupted over social media globally. Caitlin posted the picture on February 26th of this year, and within 24 hours it had gone viral. 11 million posts on Twitter, more than 28 million views on BuzzFeed, the site's most popular post ever. About 69% of the people who saw the dress said it was white and gold, with 31% saying it was black and blue. As you might expect, asking the online world to agree on anything is a lost cause. Life is not always as it appears to be. But then the scientists, at the request of online and mainstream media outlets, got involved. First, they asked the manufacturer of the dress what color the dress was. Finally, a firm answer. The dress was made and marketed as a black and blue dress. So why were the majority of people seeing it as gold and white? If you think the exact world of science has a unified answer, you'd have to think again. It just depends on which scientist you ask. And as it turns out, it just depends on what kind of brain you have. The scientific consensus was that the way our brains interpret the light entering our eyes, light reflected off the world around us, is highly variable. In different situations, under different lighting, the same person could see two different color patterns in the same dress. So there, it's an optical illusion of some sort. We've all seen images and designs that are optical illusions. In fact, you'll see a number of them scattered throughout this month's Turning Points magazine. Sometimes when we stare at one of those images for a while, it suddenly changes, and we see something slightly different, and we are amazed when that happens. It makes us do exactly what the dress phenomenon did. Ask a friend. What do you see when you look at this? Well, what should we conclude about the possibility of seeing things that are not really there, about misinterpreting an image or an experience in life? It makes us realize that we need something more solid than our five senses to interpret what we experience in this world. Life is not always as it appears to be. I'm talking here about things of bigger consequence than the color of clothes or the shape of an optical illusion. Instead, I'm talking about the experiences and circumstances of life, and how they might appear to us at first glance. Something happens and we draw a conclusion about God, who is supposed to be in control of all things. Or others, of course, we draw conclusions about them, and then later, upon reflection, we view the same event or circumstances in a totally different way. How is it possible that we could look at the same event in two different ways? Well, it's possible because of our limited spiritual vision and understanding. As a quick reminder, remember the words of Isaiah 55:9? God's ways and thoughts are higher than ours. That verse reminds us that God is perfect and we are not. God is all-knowing and we are not. If God and I look at the same event, and I know He will see what is really there, while I may not. So what do? We have to bow before Him in every situation and say, Father, I submit my understanding to you. Please help me see as you see. Let the eyes of my understanding be opened. That's a humbling task, I know. We like to believe we're right, and we may be, but it is far better to hold our judgments lightly while we wait for God to clear up any spiritual optical illusion we are experiencing. Instead of trusting ourselves, let's trust the God who sees everything as it really is. You'll learn more about this as we go through these articles.